Something very interesting happened yesterday at the Jubilee Party headquarters. The Deputy President, William Samoei Ruto, who is also the Deputy Party Leader of Jubilee Party, yesterday made a surprise visit to the party headquarters. What was the political objective or motive of that particular visit? Because we all know that the Deputy President has not visited Jubilee Party headquarters for a very long time. The last time he was at the Jubilee Party headquarters was during the Kibra by-election. Otherwise, he's not been there for a very long time. What was his main political objective of yesterday's visit? Because we also know that from that time up to now, from the time he visited Jubilee Party headquarters, up to now, a lot of things have changed within the Jubilee Party. The Deputy President and his allies publicly announced to the entire country the launch of Jubilee Asili Center. And they reminded the entire country that they were going to start operating from that particular center. Up to now, I don't have any information about that center, whether it's still operational or not. But what I know is the fact that the Deputy President was yesterday at Jubilee Party headquarters. And because I always believe that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence, the Deputy President went to Jubilee Party headquarters to achieve specific political objectives. And I want us to look at the objectives, which I strongly believe the Deputy President wanted to achieve. But before we do that, if you're watching this video for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And the interesting thing which happened yesterday is that when the Deputy President arrived at Jubilee Party headquarters, no senior official received the Deputy President. Also, that was also designed to achieve specific political objectives. And from the pictures which were shared yesterday, it was clear that the Deputy President did not even access his offices. I still don't know whether it was locked or not. But one thing I know for sure is that at the Jubilee Party headquarters, there is the office which was designated specifically for President Uhuru Kenyatta. Anytime the president is at Jubilee Party headquarters, that's where he operates from, a very big office. And the other fact is that before the fallout in Jubilee Party, the Deputy President had an office there. And that office was huge. That's where he would conduct his political activities. And sources in Jubilee Party confirmed to me that the Deputy President office was actually converted into some kind of computer center. And that's why there were reports that when these guys went there, one thing they wanted to check was what was really happening at the Jubilee Party headquarters. And we also remember that the Deputy President had a scheduled meeting with Raphael Tuju. Raphael Tuju did not show up at the office yesterday. Raphael Tuju is the Secretary General of Jubilee Party. Not just the Secretary General. He's also kind of the Executive Director. He operates from Jubilee Party headquarters. Yesterday, according to Dennis Itumbi, Raphael Tuju knew so well that the Deputy President was going there. And in fact, early this month, Raphael Tuju told the entire country that he had planned a meeting with the Deputy President. That meeting never took place, and it was scheduled yesterday. So Raphael Tuju did not show up for that meeting. And Dennis Itumbi, a man I nowadays consider the communications officer or director for the Deputy President, gave us a hint on why Raphael Tuju was missing. Let me just read for you. Let us just go through what Itumbi posted. Because what Itumbi posted here is actually what the Deputy President and his handlers wanted us to get. Before I go into specific political objectives which the Deputy President wanted to achieve by that particular meeting. So Itumbi is saying DP William Ruto at Jubilee Pangani headquarters to supervise plans by the party on the scheduled by-elections. Voters will elect new MCs in Kahawa Wendani in Nairobi County, Kisumu North, and Lakeview, Naivasha. Dabaso, Kilifi, and Wundani Mbale in Taita Taveta. A new MP will also be elected to replace Suleiman Dori in Msambweni. That's what Dennis Itumbi posted earlier. But interestingly, Itumbi is posting another photo that Jubilee Party deputy leader also shared a cup of coffee with the staff at Jubilee House, fixed by John, Paul, and Samuel at the cafeteria. Tomorrow afternoon, all remaining constant, the logistics and strategic meeting. So basically saying the deputy president will again go there tomorrow for another meeting. But that's not important. The most important thing is what Dennis Itumbi is updating here. Because if the deputy president has a scheduled meeting tomorrow, why would Dennis Itumbi post what he's posting? Listen, he's saying context. Number one, Tuju confirmed on TV that there was a party meeting to be chaired by DP last week. So I don't know whether that meeting was supposed to be chaired, because what I gathered, Raphael Tuju said, was that he had reached out to the deputy president and they were supposed to meet. Again, during that time, Dennis Itumbi also contradicted Tuju, because according to him, it was the deputy president who called Tuju. Raphael Tuju claimed that it's him who called the deputy president and they agreed to meet. Now let us listen to Raphael Tuju at that time.
Former First Lady Ruto Kenyatta is nobody's peer in this country today. I don't think there's anybody who is her peer. So there's no way by which we can accept this kind of vulgar vernacular directed at her.
Briefly, Secretary, in 30 seconds, remember we have the broader part of this interview coming up shortly. How would you explain to a foreigner how it got this bad? Because a lot of this is happening within your party. In 30 seconds, how did it get this bad?
Well, those of us who joined this party were under the impression, and are still under the impression, that the idea was to bring the country together. But there could have been some misunderstanding by some of our members that the aim of bringing this party together was to ensure that certain people will become president of this country, and I think that's where they get it wrong. I've raised this up with the deputy president. We have agreed we'll meet with him next week, but I can tell you, I rarely talk like this, but this is absolutely unacceptable.
Now, number two, Itumbi is saying, due to the DP's schedule, the meeting did not take place. He's talking of the previous meeting, which Raphael Tuju alluded to during the TV interview, did not take place. And yesterday, the two spoke. And Tuju said he was in hospital, but that he would attend the meeting. So if the two spoke and Tuju was in hospital, definitely it means it was the deputy president who placed a phone call to Raphael Tuju. But Raphael Tuju told him, I'm unwell, I'm in the hospital, but I'll make sure that I attend the meeting. So it means when the deputy president was living wherever he was living from, to attend, which means by the time the deputy president was living wherever he was living from, to attend this particular meeting, he was expecting Raphael Tuju. Raphael Tuju was not there. David Murathe was not there. All senior Jubilee officials who are based at Pangani, who normally shares photos of even Murathe meeting there, of even President Uhuru Kenyatta, none of them were there. So he's saying, but that he would attend the meeting. So Tuju did not attend that meeting. Itumbi is saying, three is saying, today DP kept his part of the bargain. Tuju, who officials said was in the office earlier meeting a Chinese delegation, was absent. So it means that Raphael Tuju was actually in the office earlier and he held the meetings there. So when he realized the deputy president was coming, then Raphael Tuju then left. Raphael Tuju is the right-hand man of President Uhuru Kenyatta. He told the deputy president that he was in the hospital, but he would attend the meeting. So he was there. Held a meeting. I don't know the time the deputy president arrived there. When they arrived, Tuju was not there. When the deputy president inquired, he was told this guy was here and he held meetings with Chinese. So that tells you one thing, that Raphael Tuju didn't want to meet the deputy president, William Samoei Ruto. Because if he wanted to meet the deputy president, even if he was heading for a hospital, I am sure logically he would have placed a call to the deputy president and told him, yesterday I was at the hospital and I came into the office, but because you've delayed, I decided to go for a medical checkup. Can you reschedule the meeting for tomorrow? So it means Raphael Tuju didn't want to meet the deputy president, but he had the time to meet with the Chinese. Remember, Jubilee Party is actually funded heavily by the Communist Party of China. Let me proceed. He's saying, when the DP got to Jubilee headquarters as agreed, he called the SG and someone picked and said Tuju had gone to see a doctor. So it means when Raphael Tuju, when the DP called, so someone picked. This guy did not even have the audacity to tell the deputy president that I'm so-and-so, unless Itumbi is also exaggerating. Whether he was the personal assistant, even the sister or the brother or whoever. Because Raphael Tuju cannot hand his phone to any other individual. But when the DP called, he said, I can't talk. Wewe chukua hiyo simu, mwambie huyu jamaa mimi niko kwa hospitali. This is our country though. So amembia Tuju, amembia Ruto, amembia, you know, when Ruto called, and I'm sure these guys were just somewhere relaxing, then the deputy president calls, then anambia, huyu jamaa sasa ananisumbua napiga simu hapa. Hebu mwambie niko kwa hospitali. So he hands over a phone to a guy. The guy picks a phone call from none other than the second in command, the deputy president. So basically, Raphael Tuju refused to pick the phone. And Itumbi is saying at number 5, the party logistical preparation ahead of the 5 by-elections set for December was discussed today. So everything was discussed here. Raphael Tuju, who is the Secretary General of the Jubilee Party, was nowhere. All senior officials of the party were nowhere. But of course, the deputy president is going to have his way in these by-elections, just the way he did in Kibra, and also I think in that Wajir North. And remember, the Jubilee Party chairman was in Kwale. He comes from Kwale. This guy was quoted as stating clearly that Jubilee Party was not going to sponsor a candidate in Msambweni. The deputy president is already engaging his networks, and they've succeeded in winning over one of the women who had expressed interest in the ODM nominations. He has already won that woman over. And the ODM party also yesterday released the names of the people who are going to contest for the Kwale parliamentary seat. I mean, for the Msambweni parliamentary seat. Only 2 people, Nicholas Zani and Omar Boga. So let us wait and see how that's going to unfold. But the fact of the matter is that Raphael Tuju refused to meet with the deputy president, William Samoei Ruto. Now let us go back to real politics. What was the real motive of the deputy president's visit to Jubilee Party headquarters? Number 1, the deputy president, in my view, is trying to take control of Jubilee Party once again. We all remember that President Uhuru Kenyatta kicked all the allies of the deputy president from key positions within the Jubilee Party, be it the NEC, be it the management, the National Management Committee, all his allies were kicked out. And in a response, the deputy president then decided to launch Jubilee Asili Center. But I think from the reactions from the ground, the Central Kenya were not really embracing this new Jubilee Asili. So the deputy president is now trying to get back the control of Jubilee Party. Because again, without a single Jubilee Party, it means the party is going to disintegrate, and the deputy president will not want Jubilee party to disintegrate. Number two, I think, just like Itumbi posted, the deputy president went there to discuss the by-elections which the IBC announced, and majorly the Msambweni. The deputy president is going to do everything possible to try and win the Msambweni parliamentary seat. Kwale County is one of the ODM strongholds at the coast. In the last election, Suleiman Dori won the seat, but with a narrow margin, because the other ODM candidate who was popular, Omar Boga, was rigged out. According to what they were saying, that Joho rigged him out because Dori was his guy. And Omar Boga ended up getting 11,000 votes as an independent candidate in Msambweni. So the party must be very careful on how they are going to deal with this issue of Msambweni. The deputy president is going to do everything possible. Just like the kind of campaign he embarked on in Kibra. He wants to send a message, because by winning the Msambweni parliamentary seat, the deputy president is going to send a strong message to his allies, those who are supporting him from that region, that there's hope. If the deputy president is going to be embarrassed in Msambweni, they are going to offer a candidate, and the candidate is going to be embarrassed, then his supporters from that region are going to start thinking twice, especially members of parliament. Most of them will not be willing to pursue that path again. And lastly, at number 3, I think the deputy president is also trying to assess the operations at Jubilee Party headquarters. He was told his office had been converted into some cyber. And of course, they were saying that when they went there, they found some people doing businesses there, that the offices had been leased out. I don't know what was happening there, but he wanted to check that kama watu wangu walitolewa, the remaining ones, what's really happening in this party headquarters. Remember, at some point, Moses Kuria promised Kenyans that he was going to start operating from Jubilee Party headquarters. That was before the president started kicking out all the allies of the deputy president from Jubilee Party headquarters. So in my view, those were the 3 political objectives which the deputy president wanted to achieve via that visit. But in their shock, Raphael Tuju didn't grant them the opportunity. If Raphael Tuju had been present there, and these guys took photo with Raphael Tuju, the image which would have come out of that meeting is that Jubilee is united. That was the message which the deputy president actually wanted out there, to prove to everybody that as much as they have differences, when it comes to Jubilee matters, the party is united. Let us wait for tomorrow to see how everything is actually going to unfold. Not even tomorrow, today, because I'm doing this video at night, I've confused them a bit. If I confused them earlier, probably you'll help me understand. I don't know what you think, but let me know your thoughts on this matter. Do you think Raphael Tuju was seeing a medical doctor? Or do you think that Raphael Tuju was seeing a doctor, or he just decided not to meet the deputy president? Let me know in the comments section. Thank you guys, and please, I want to thank you guys so much for your continued support. This channel has grown. We are now where we are because of the support you guys have given this channel. You share the videos, you give the video thumb up, you comment, and because of that, we are growing, and I want to thank you so much. Bye-bye.